So, for the second time, I said I was going to stop shooting Angel Dodger, and for the second time, I was wrong. Anyways, here's my friend Saleh. He's here to discuss what it means to be positive. He's more optimistic than me, and I just want to get his insight as to why he is an optimistic person and what it does for his life. So, what makes you so positive?
There's a lot of things that make me positive. I guess going through so much in life teaches you a lot of things of, I guess, how to be positive or why should you be positive instead of negative, right? Once you surround yourself with the right people who are also positive, once you, I guess, develop habits that make you positive as well, or I guess whatever your goals are, wherever your environment, your surroundings in general, all of those combine together and make you positive. And I feel like that made a big impact in my life where, hey, this is what I'm facing, and this is my friends, this is what I'm dealing with, but I'm positive.
So, you're saying that if you didn't have positive people in your life, then you don't think you would have been able to achieve some of the things that you
Absolutely. You know, every person gets that mode where they're just so down. Why? Because their mind is limited to something. There's something limiting them. There is no open door to something really clear or positive. And then you have someone maybe you look up to, a role model, whatever, a teacher, a video, I don't care what it is. Religion, I don't care what it is. It says something that makes sense to you. Hey, you know, I've never thought of that, right? Or, why don't I look at it this way? Why don't I try this? Again, it's you being open-minded and wanted to try something different.
I wouldn't say that I'm surrounded by the most positive people in the world, but I've still been able to accomplish things that I wanted to accomplish. So for me, it's hard for me to see, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it's hard for me to see that, like, okay, positivity can really, have a serious effect. Because, like, for me, regardless of what other people are doing, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
But for you, you're saying that, like, if you were surrounded by negative people, it would affect you. Why is that the case?
If you have, like, a whole group of negative people, of course they will affect your, you being positive or whatnot. Because that's all you hear. That's all you're getting, right? For example, if you're eating nothing but bad food, right? Nothing but junk food that's harmful for you, it will affect you, right? You will get sick. Even if you're still alive, great, but you will not, maybe you won't feel as much the same energy, right? You maybe more pains and whatnot, but once you, let's say you're eating healthy all the time, you'll feel better, right? You'll have more energy, etc. That's the same thing with negative people. Anyone will tell you, hang out with the right people and stay away from the negative people because they're just gonna make you feel down, and that's not what you want. Do you really want to feel depressed all the time? No. Some people are more, I guess, strong mindset like yourself, where like, I don't care if you're negative, I'm still gonna achieve what I want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Not everyone is like that.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And at the same time, it's also your choice. I mean, you have that strength, but also hanging out with positive people. Do you think whatever you already achieved, maybe being with positive people or surrounded by positive ideas would have made you achieve that better or happier or whatever emotions you want to call it?
So I guess for you, you're saying that being around positive people is being around people who can push you, but
Yes.
also keep you grounded. It's not just about like just saying, oh, you can achieve whatever you want.
That's right.
Because that's what I always assumed it to be. Being around positive people is just like people who can, who have achieved what you want to achieve and can just blindly tell you you can achieve what you want with no sense of like direction.
You will not trust people if they've always guide you blindly. Those people you won't trust.
Yeah.
You're not dumb. Nobody,
Yeah.
Nobody's dumb. But it's like getting those mentors that will tell you, okay, this is great, but here's my suggestions, right? Or they will ask you questions. They will listen to you. They will do whatever they can in their, power to see where your mind's at and give you feedback or things that maybe you haven't seen yet. Or, maybe they'll give you suggestions where you could get there, better or faster, or they'll refer you to another person who is more of an expert, right? So people who just guide you blindly, I don't know, I don't even see it as positive people. I just see them as people who don't care about you,
I guess it really comes down to perspective. Like,
Yes.
it all comes down to perspective. Glass half full, glass half empty. Like, you can have a situation and that's really crappy, and you could say, wow, this is going to hold me back. Or it can be a situation where you say, okay, I'm going to use this and try and craft it into a way that can be positive.
Absolutely.
That being said, what would you say to somebody who would not necessarily negative, but would look at it from a different perspective? Why would you tell them, like, okay, this is why you should look at it, from a more positive light?
Absolutely. If you feel like you're negative, things are just hitting you, I guess. I feel like the best thing that you should do is not, you get that slap and you just sit down. That's the very wrong thing to do, because once you sit down, all your thoughts gonna crumble. You're just thinking of how bad this has been. There's so much negative people, and then let's say if you decide to take a step forward and surround yourself with negative people, I will tell you that would make you even more negative. The very wrong thing to do. But just tell yourself that this emotion is temporary, all right, and it's gonna move away. It has to. It really has to. You have this really bad feeling. It doesn't define who you are. It has to go. It's temporary. And then try just to see who out there can help me make my day better, in the sense of, depending on the situation. Who can help me with this certain situation? Who can make it better? What resources should I use? Like, again, it's hard work, all right? You'll go through this bad phase, let it go, look for other people, look for other resources. You gotta fight. You gotta fight or get defeated, right? It's one of the, but it's up to you.
Thank you for sharing your insight. I'm surprised we got through this at the battery getting messed up. Anyways, I'm Angel Dodger. I'm back for now, and I will
Forever.
see you. I'll see you next time. Thank God we got through that. The reason why I was kind of like fidgety was because, thank God. I was so fidgety. I was so worried about that.
You're absolutely freaking negative, all right? And you're just like hopeless and you don't want to do anything at all. Go do some volunteer events. I'm telling you, this is like your very first step.
That was my job at Golden Key.
Listen, just go do some volunteer events. I'm not even kidding. You're gonna start meeting different people, and you're gonna do work that will make you feel good about yourself. So that will be one step away from something greater for you.
Class half empty. I was a volunteer chair, and I went to a animal shelter, whatever. I found out I was allergic to dogs. Okay. Yeah. So class half empty.
He found something about himself.
I can't have a dog as a pet.